Hey guys, Aquatic Rotom here with another Wi-Fi battle. Looking at his team, I see mainly a lot of threats. The only things that I'm not too scared of are the Zapdos and the Fortress, because I've got counters for both of them, one being my Garchomp, the other one being my Talaflame. Yeah, that's what it's called. Definitely scared of the Tornadus because of the Hurricane, definitely scared of the Victini, but I don't really see Victini until the end of the match, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this battle. Let's start it off. So he starts off with, I start off with my Tyranitar lead, and he starts off with his Tornadus. Get off my Sandstream, and then I go to set up my, actually don't set up my rocks this match. I should have went for my rocks, but, you know, because it would have killed most of his team, and I don't think he has a Defogger except for maybe the Zapdos. He goes out to his Infernape, and I go for the Taunt, because I wasn't really sure what that thing did as a lead, so I wanted to taunt it to see what it could do, kind of scout it out. But he switches out into his Infernape on me, and he goes for the close combat. I stay in, hoping that he will predict my switch into Gengar, but he predicts my staying in and goes for the close combat, gets a defense drop and a special defense drop. And then I go out to my... Go out to my Gengar, that's what I thought. My Gengar, the Slayer of Souls, in here. He switches out, going into the Zapdos, fearing my Infernape, and I mean my Gengar. I go for the Dazzling Gleam, and the reason I went for the Dazzling Gleam is because he was firefighting, and I forgot Fire Resist Fairy at the time, so I was kind of kicking myself. As soon as I hit that, I was like, damn it, I screwed up. So I switch out because I'm stuck in the Dazzling Gleam, and it doesn't do very much against the Zapdos. I switch out to my Venusaur. Mainly just because I know Venusaur can take any hits from this since I resist it. And as you guys can see, I eat that up. Venusaur doesn't do very much. My Mega Venusaur hasn't done much in these matches that I've been playing, but I hope when I record more, he will do more for you guys. So I Mega Evolve here. And he stays in, which is kind of weird. Not really sure why he stayed in. I think it, so yeah, he stays in to pretty much switch out with the Volt Switch to kind of, because he's faster than me, he wants to deal off some damage instead of just switching out. So he switches out to the Fortress. I put the Fortress to sleep, so Venusaur does kind of do something, because the sleep does help me out later on in the match. But as of now, it does nothing, kind of. Besides put that thing to sleep. Switches out of his now asleep Fortress. And then goes out to his Tornadus. And I go for the Synthesis, trying to heal up. Doesn't even really matter though. This thing's going to one-shot me with the... Actually, no, I switch out. Switch out, predicting the Hurricane. And go out to my Rotom. He actually hits a lot with this Hurricane, more than I would expect to, unless you run it a range, which he isn't, obviously. But Hurricane's gonna deal a ton of damage. Well, not a ton, but about half, maybe a little bit over half. But it was also a crit, so that kind of helped him. And then he went for the U-turn, switching out to his Fortress. And this is where my Venusaur, putting that thing to sleep, kind of helps me. I go for the Will-O-Wisp. And since that thing is asleep, I feel safe enough to go for the rest. So, I'm going to rest off, become healthy again, and then I'm going to eat that Chesto and revive myself back up. He's going to be stuck in sleep, and I'm going to Volt Switch out, just wanting to get off some damage because I know I can't really deal this thing any damage, so I'm going to switch out to my Talaflame. And I should have, he's asleep, and I go for the Swords Dance, and I fear this thing having like a Gyro Ball, and I'm not really sure how much that would deal on my Talaflame, since I do resist it, but I know Gyro Ball does kind of do something with the heaviness of the Pokemon, but he goes with it for the Stealth Rocks. So I'm sitting here like, I should have gone for the Swords Dance. Should have gone for the Swords Dance on the second one, but I do not. I go for the Flare Blitz, And okay, just killing this thing, and I should probably run my Talonflame with Life Orb. For some reason I have it running with the leftovers, and Life Orb seems to do it a lot better. But, you know, oh well. It is what it is, and I just kind of made some misplays during this battle, and that's why it ended up the way that it did. Sort of spoiler alert, kind of too late, but oh well. I go for the Brave Bird, just wanting to hit this guy, deal off as much damage. I thought that I could kill it, but obviously that extra sword stance might have helped me kill it, but since I did not have that up, Thunderbolt is going to KO my Talonflame, and I do not get to do very much work on this battle with my Talonflame. So, he goes out to, I go out to my Garchomp because there's really nothing that this thing can do except for maybe Whirlwind me. So I go for the Swords Dance, and it roosts up. So, and it's kind of weird that I'm faster than it. My Garchomp's faster than a Zapdos, which I kind of find weird, but, you know, I guess it's okay. But, so, I go for the Outrage, and I'm going to kill the Zapdos. It's easily going to kill the Zapdos, no problem there. And then he switches out his Alakazam. He's going to go for the Psychic, but it is not a huge problem, because the only thing that really affected me here was that he traced my Rough Skin, and that comes back to bite me because I am a physical attacker and I'm stuck into my Outrage. It's like it's going to deal a lot, but my Outrage is going to deal more. Killing his Mega. Both of our Megas did somewhat work in this match, but nothing too aggressive. So his Alakazam is going to get taken out. I'm going to get confused, but I got that Lumberry in the background getting ready to help me up. Snaps me out of my confusion, and then I go for, he's going to go for the Dark Pulse, and that's going to kill me. I kind of stay with my Garchomp at 12 health because there's really nothing that he can do, and I was just hoping that I might be able to outspeed him. I probably should have switched out to my Rotom, but I kind of just wanted to get a safe switch in on my Rotom. He's going to go for the U-turn here, and which I'm going to just eat up because my Rotom is a defensive wall. He's going to go out to his Infernape, and I think I just go for the Volt Switch here, wanting to try to hit that Tornadus, but I'm not going to. I'm going to deal a bunch of damage, well, no, not a bunch. I'm going to deal some damage to the Infernape, and then switch out to my Gengar. And so he's going to withdraw his Infernape here. We're going to do a little bit of switching now, which is kind of bad, but, you know, it's kind of what happens in singles. I'm going to go for my Shadow Ball, dealing almost, probably would have been a 2-hit KO against this thing. But, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk killing it, like getting my Gengar killed, even though I know I can outspeed it. I'm going to go out to my Rotom, and he is going to go for the Hurricane. And my little Rotom is going to fly, but not going to deal too much damage against me. My Rotom could easily take another Hurricane, I do believe. I can take one more Hurricane and one more U-turn, which he is going to go for the U-turn. I'm going to predict the U-turn and go for the Hydro Pump, predicting the Infernape coming out. And I was sitting here praying that he'd send out the Infernape. I did not do, I predicted the Infernape, but I was just hoping that I was right, and I am. The Hydro Pump is going to hit, and I'm going to take the Infernape down for the count. He is going to come back out with his Tornadus, and the Hurricane, after the U-turn, is going to kill my Rotom. And that being said, I'm going to die here. I probably should have gone into my Venusaur here, and then gone for my Gengar, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt, dealing off as much damage as possible to this thing. And then I'm going to get taken out by the Dark Pulse. Gengar just Glass Cannon. He Scarfed, so he could have outsped, but I probably should have gone in with my Venusaur and tried to get off as much damage as possible. And this is where I go out to my Venusaur. And this is why I say that I should have done it, because I believe my Venusaur outspeeds. No, he goes for the Hurricane. He misses the Hurricane, so I'm not sure how much it would have done. But since he misses the Hurricane, that's what gives me the little edge. So I'm sitting here like, oh crap, I wonder what his last Pokemon is. Turns out it's the Victini. This thing has been sitting in the background the entire time, and I'm like, come on, Thick Fat, let me survive it. Let me survive that little V-Crate, but nope, it's gonna KO my Venusaur, and that will be the match, guys. Victini got me at the end. I was so close to victory, but that Victini just, it got me at the end, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Be sure to like, subscribe, and post any comments that you guys think I should have done better on. And I believe that's it, so I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.